Well, here we are, the 12th and final video in this explaining Dragon Ball Deities series that I've been doing for the last few months. So a quick recap. We've talked about Korin, the god of martial arts, Kami, the Earth's guardian, the Shinjin race, King Kai, the Grand Kai, the Supreme Kai position, the past Supreme Kai of Universe 7, Shin Kibito and Kibito Kai, the god of destruction Topo, god of destruction position, and in the last video in the series I talked about Beerus, the god of destruction from Universe 7. And that leaves us with Zeno, the Omni-King, and since we really know next to nothing about the guy, this is probably going to be the shortest video in the series, but it is what it is, right? So let's jump right into it. So, Zeno is an enigma. We know next to nothing about the guy, so all that we can really do is make some assumptions based on what little knowledge we do have about him. Zeno is, for all intents and purposes, a child, but not a normal child. He's a child and the most powerful being in existence at the exact same time, and this is a combination that can be a bit problematic. Now, he spent hundreds of millions of years surrounded by people that feared him, that do whatever they think he wants them to do, and his position acts as a sort of barrier between him and the possibility of ever truly being accepted. And this would be a very lonely existence for anybody, especially for a being with that childlike mentality like Zeno has. Now, recall when Zeno was first introduced. It was at the end of the Universe 6 and the Universe 7 tournament. He had heard that Beerus and Champa were not doing their jobs, and he decided to find out why. When he arrived, Goku and Hit were in the middle of the tournament. They were in the middle of their fight, I should say, in the tournament. And instead of interrupting the fight and punishing Beerus and Champa for not doing their jobs, he decided to watch. And he liked what he saw. Now, when he appeared on the stage, obviously Beerus and Champa freaked out. They were terrified. While Zeno was explaining that he had enjoyed the fight and that he wanted to have a tournament between all the universes, Goku did something that scared everybody. It scared the gods that were there. Because upon hearing this, Goku did something that nobody else has ever done. He approached Zeno like Zeno was just another person, instead of groveling at his feet in terror. And this is the reason why Zeno eventually summoned Goku to his home, so he could be friends with Goku. So Goku would play with him. It's kind of funny though how something as simple as a handshake and a nickname can bring that much joy to the most powerful being in existence, but it did. Obviously, in Goku, for the first time in his life, Zeno had found a real true friend. Now, like the gods of destruction, you can't really hold Zeno to the same standards that you would hold other beings. He's childish, and at times he's careless and irresponsible. At one point, he destroyed 6 entire universes just because he got mad. Well, in the manga, it was because he wanted to lower the number of universes, but whatever. He decided that he wants to lower them again, though, and instead of just eliminating the universes, the weakest universes, instead he decides to let their fates be determined by the Tournament of Power, where he eliminated each of the defeated universes until there was only one left. When he did eliminate a universe, he did it casually. He did not understand the gravity of the situation. Indifferent to the fact that in that one act, he ended trillions of lives in an instant. And I would go so far as to say that he was enjoying it. The only time he did seem genuinely concerned about the elimination, though, or the defeat of a universe, was when it appeared that Goku had been killed by the Spirit Bomb. He was destroying the universes and having fun, and taking that into consideration, the way he acted when he thought Goku had died compared to the way that he acted to the other universes being defeated or losing or being erased probably comes from the fact that prior to Goku, he had never really had a true connection with somebody, with any other beings. So it's likely that he was able to destroy universes and people with no remorse because up to that point he had never known loss himself. Not because he's evil, but because he just does not know any better. And this is what makes him so dangerous, though. He has no concept of right or wrong. Everything is just whatever to him. However, after saying all of that, I will say this. At the very end of the tournament, we saw a different side of Zeno. If the winner of the tournament made a selfish wish, Zeno was going to just destroy everything. But since it was a good wish to and they wish to bring back everybody. He let everybody live. So that begs the question, though. I mean, did Zeno really not care that he was killing so many people during the tournament when he was eliminating the universes? Or was he having fun due to his confidence that whoever won would bring them all back? I'm curious, though. What do you guys think? If Universe 7 was eliminated, do you think that Zeno would have erased them? Would Zeno have killed Goku like that? What do you think? So, in Dragon Ball, though, when we talk about strength, power, we generally talk about or think about their battle powers, how strong they are during a fight. When Goku was talking to Whis about Zeno, asking if Zeno was strong, Whis made the comment that what we would normally consider power is not the only kind of power, implying that the power Zeno possessed was not the same as the power Goku possessed. He's not a fighter at all. And if he was in a fight with almost anybody else, he probably would lose. I mean, that's a given. He's not a fighter. Despite that, though, he is still the most powerful being in the multiverse, for one reason and one reason alone. He has this ability known as Erase, and this is without a doubt the single most powerful thing that any character in the series can do. He simply lifts his arms and then poof. Anything. It could be a person, a planet, a galaxy, or even an entire universe. He lifts his arms and they simply cease to exist. They are erased from existence. There's no defense. And he's the only one capable of doing that, and that's why he is so feared. Now, as we know, each god of destruction is accompanied by an angel attendant, and these attendants act as aides, as martial arts teachers, and as attendants. And despite the fact that they serve the gods of destruction, the angels have a level of power far beyond that of any of the gods. Whis is capable of knocking Beerus out cold with a single chop to the neck. Now, the 12 angels are all brothers and sisters, and their father, the guy that we call the Grand Priest, is the angel that serves Zeno. Not only does he serve Zeno, but it's likely that the Grand Priest is the one that handles most of the big important issues, the important tasks of running a multiverse, only consulting Zeno on various matters.